Hi guys, so I'm currently on my way to Bavaria, visiting a German show there. Afterwards, visiting some contacts as well in Germany and Austria. And during the trip, I'll be visiting Berchtesgaden as well, the town where Hitler was located during the Second World War. So just doing some history spotting as well there. It's always nice, of course, because I'm still a very much a collector and an enthusiast of the Second World War as well. So if I can combine things like that in my trip, it's always nice. And then I'll meet up with some friends for a very short ski trip in the Alps before we return back home in Belgium. So we have a long drive now, about 900 kilometers to the show in Bavaria, and then a little bit more than another 300 kilometers to Berchtesgaden and the hotel in the Alps. So lots of driving, but we're used to that, doing every week to find all the nice stuff you see on the website. So very stoked about it. Hi guys, so here we are in the beautiful Austria. This is my friend Jim from Militaria Plaza. You know him maybe from previous videos. Surely you have to visit his website as well. So we've just visited the show in Bavaria in Germany. I won't tell the exact place because the shows are very heavily protected because of the stuff they sell there. But the smart guys will find out where the show was. And you also visited some contacts?
Yeah, I went to some contacts. I drove about 2,000 kilometers. I was driving like 1,600 kilometers in one day. It was a very long day. I visited some contacts, bought some great stuff. We're going to show that maybe in the next shots when we're back down at the hotel. We're now at the mountain and we need to go down. So
So we always do this every year, visit the show in Bavaria, and then we enjoy some days of ski together here. Combining business and pleasure,
yeah,
of
have
course.
a good time and make some fun.
So, but we'll show the stuff later in the hotel, in the boot of our car, the highlights we found, and maybe I'll show the rest of the stuff in the shop as well. So, thanks.
Items being presented in the YouTube video will be offered for sale on the website in the future. They are not for sale prior to this. Correspondence about buying items shown in the video will not be answered. Like this, everyone gets a fair chance of buying and we keep the website updated with interesting items.
Hi guys, so here we are back from the mountain at the hotel, and we'll show a few of the highlights we found during the trip, because it's impossible to show the entire inventory because we were very lucky to find some stuff and we can't get it all out here, but we'll show the highlights and maybe I'll show a bit of the stuff I got back home in the office as well. So Jimmy, there's already some nice stuff you found.
Yeah,
What can you tell me?
I put some of the small items from my trip here on the table, like you told me. I have a lot of big items in my car. I can't bring them here. It's maybe people don't like it here in Austria, but I have something special which I found here in Austria. These are items you find still a lot in households in Austria. It's like they call it Nazi kitsch. It's an original period tie full of swastikas. This was for sale in shops in the 30s in Germany, and people could buy this as a kind of support for the National Socialism Party and wear it to show their support. And it's a very cool and rare piece. The first one I've ever found, so it's special.
Something you can't use today.
Probably not.
But indeed, looks super nice. Now it has a maker tag as well on the reverse as well. Yeah, it's something I haven't seen before, but it looks very old, and it's indeed the stuff. Some of the stuff they made back then, because they were very, of course, highly fans of the Nazi regime back then. And
they wanted to show their support for the new regime. So, and another one of those small pieces I found here in Austria as well is this small official portrait. This is an official portrait from Adolf Hitler.
Yes.
It's made by Willy Exner, and Willy Exner made the official portrait for the government. It's called the Amtsstubenbild, and these portraits hang in like community buildings, and all kinds of banks, official government buildings. But normally you see these. Oh, someone's calling me.
No problem.
And normally you see these paintings in like big size, this size, but I never saw it in this small version. It's very small, as you can see, but it's the official government frame around it. The big ones have the same frame, and when we turn it around, you see it's originally framed. It's described on the back. It's hard to read. I have to still decipher it a bit, but I can read it was some kind of present or remembrance from 1938 in Linz, here in Austria.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
it really comes from Austria.
Yeah, it's written on the back.
I've noticed that a lot with the stuff I got here as well. That they're very popular. Yeah. With the stuff I got here as well, that many of the uniforms and headgear I got is all manufactured here in Austria as well. So a lot of stuff still in this country.
Maybe you can show me one of your finds.
Yes, one of my special finds is actually this M18 World War I helmet, reissued in the Second World War. You can see it already had many new layers of paint applied during its reissuing process. It's a double decal helmet, but the very special thing about it actually is the inside, is the liner, which at first sight it looks like a normal World War I liner, which is already rare to find. But actually, we can see it's an aluminum band inside.
I've never seen it.
And I think this is a liner made like in the early 30s, before the M31 liner we all know that in the German helmets was issued. That makes the helmet very special. It also has the first pattern roller buckle chin strap, still attached full length. And it's really beautiful helmet. You can even see some of the reissued paint here on the rim. I will show some close-ups of it later, but yeah, it was for me a super nice helmet.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and especially the paint going over the liner, so you can see it has always been in this helmet. It's fantastic.
I think it's one of the earliest issued army helmets, like must have been from like 1933, 1934, before the M35 helmet was issued. So it's a very special helmet. You often see these reissues, but this is really like one of the first ones. So yeah, quite happy with that.
Yeah, nice find.
I'll show something else. This is actually my best find, I personally think. This is an Africa Corps M41 hat. But it's actually still one with the original piping, soutache attached. Never seen it in this condition. It's 100% stone mint, and not one of those depot pieces you often find from 1943 or later. So it's dated here 1942 by Gorg Grote, which is also a manufacturer I haven't seen a lot. But the nice thing is as well, you can see the original stitched piping, which is lemon yellow for Nachrichten, signal troops, and the piping is actually stitched. The stitching of the cap is on top of the stitching, so it has never been loose. It's also complete with the original national insignia on the front, zigzag applied. a super beautiful cap.
It's a good size as well.
Yeah.
Normally they have been issued and have been worn. You don't see these sizes very often.
Yeah. So
Very
it's
nice cap.
extremely rare. I think it's the first time I have encountered one like these with the piping. So, yeah. So now it's your turn, Jimmy.
Yeah, I also bought some. I brought one heavy piece here to the table.
Oh wait, I'll make some room. Wait.
I think this is always something nice. A lot of people like this. It's the original typewriter they used in official offices, buildings. At the front, they took them. It's an original case. Can we open it?
Oh.
Yeah, and it's called the SS typewriter. Of course, it was not only for SS, but it was used by all groups and offices when you need to make a document with the SS symbols on it. There is a special key, the number 3. Most typewriters have it on the 3 or sometimes the 5, and there are the runes, and it's still there.
Oh,
Everything is in original and functional condition. And
I'll show a close-up of that later. So the 3 digit has the original SS on it as well. Yeah.
Yes, and it's a very decorative piece to place in a collection in a diorama or on your table and show it. And it's functional, it's working. It's the brand of this typewriter is Chroma, and that's one of the famous brands for making these typewriters.
You also had them from Olympia.
Yeah, Olympia, Chroma, a few more brands, but.
And maybe for the collectors watching, always be careful because they even fake these. They put new digits with SS on them as well. So always look if the number 3 digit has the same patina as the rest of the digits, and always press the key. And then I assume, Jim, you can see it that the original SS is in there as well.
Yes, we'll make a close-up of that, and also these are being faked, so they should have the same color and patina as all the other keys as well. So if it is not matching, it's probably not good.
Yeah. So always be careful, even with these big items that look obviously original. People fake everything today. So they use an original typewriter from also that era and add new digits. So be careful. This is 100% very nice original piece, super good condition. So I see here some Africa core stuff.
This is also a small box which came here from an attic from a household, and there's just a lot of small tinnies inside, but included are 3 original Africa core armbands, cuff titles, and these are nice pieces. Actually, people like them in the collection, and it's just a small bunch of stuff. Another cool piece actually is this small booklet probably. Yeah. It's called like a kino and like a cinema, and you can play this, and then you see Adolf Hitler making all kinds of movements. We can make a close-up of it if you like that. So.
Yeah, and for the Africa core cuff title, I don't know if I've told this in previous videos, but we can actually. There are some fakes on the market. The easiest way to see is the first letter A.
Capital A.
The middle should actually be a very nice and square triangle. If there's a small
the fakes have one stitch too much in one corner, and then you don't have a triangle. It's
So these always have a nice triangle. If it's not there, then you know you have a post-war made armband, so cuff title. So all right. I'll show something else. Here. This is something really nice. This is actually a Hitler Youth, I would say officer, NCO, Schirmütze or a visor cap. Very rare and very early as well.
Yeah, I believe the 1933 pattern.
Yeah. And it's also the stuff you find a lot here still. It's Hitler Youth stuff. I brought some other stuff, uniforms as well. Couldn't bring them here on the table, but it's actually the first time I have a cap like this, and it's beautiful patina, original insignia on the front. And you can see even it's pre-RZM issued one with the original Taylor tag still inside. So yeah, beautiful Hitler Youth visor cap. Very happy to obtain this. So,
very nice piece, and I like the patina. It's untouched from the attic. Yes, very nice.
Let me see what else. I got a few more pieces of headgear here. But this is, before I show the rest of the headgear, this is something typical you find here as well. I got this bread bag. Got this bread bag here, which is an Africa issued one as well, with the tan-colored straps on it. Original carrying strap. And then inside there were still some bags.
From the mountain troops.
Yeah, so from the mountain troopers here in Austria. So you can see on the corners of these bags they have colors, and that would have issued different climbing material. So, for example, on the blue ones there would have been
It can be for shoes.
Yeah, shoe.
I'm not aware of the colors out
Yeah,
of my
yeah, me
head.
neither,
I
but-
need to look it up.
But rope pieces, whatever, for climbing material, and these bags would go in the big bag. So if they open the big bag, they would easily grab their equipment.
yeah, the correct color and take out
Yeah.
what they need. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's inside here as well? So, a pair of gaiters, not mountain trooper issue ones, just the normal ones. But yeah, just a nice, honest pair of.
Yeah, but just a small group, like it was
Yeah.
put on the attic and
Yeah.
has been there for all those years, 80 years on the attic, and now it comes out.
So,
Super.
yeah, very happy with this.
Nice find.
Maybe the last piece for today. Is this
Oh wow.
crusher cap. I even believe it has damage. You
It
can
looks
see.
like shrapnel.
It looks like it's not moth damage. It's
No.
really something that went through the cap.
It comes through here, so
Yeah.
it looks like a shrapnel hit.
Yeah, yeah. And it has its original applied insignia on the front. It has an amazing patina on it as well. Look at the inside.
Yeah, it's a real crusher.
Yeah, real crusher cap. So
Very nice.
it has a red piping for artillery. So yeah, it really has this been there look.
Yeah, beautiful cap, Sander. It's a really nice find, and I really believe it's maybe combat damage.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this one has been
Yeah.
for a Sturmgeschütz
Yeah.
soldier, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Very nice.
So well.
Thanks for showing your finds.
Yeah, thanks for showing yours, and hope everybody enjoyed this. I'll be back home later with all the stuff, and hopefully I can show a bit more of the uniforms I got there. So for people watching, Jim, you also have a beautiful website with original material. You can make some
course.
advertisement.
It's always good, some free advertisements. So whenever you have time, please look at my website as well. I'm from Militaria Plaza. I'm Jim. You can drop me an email if you have any questions. Go on my website and see if there's something nice for your collection. I have equipment, uniforms, medals, a bit of everything. militariaplaza.com.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that was it. We'll put everything in the car and head back to Holland and Belgium for myself. So thanks, Jim, and we'll see each other soon.
Items being presented in the YouTube video will be offered for sale on the website in the future. They are not for sale prior to this. Correspondence about buying items shown in the video will not be answered. Like this, everyone gets a fair chance of buying, and we keep the website updated with interesting items.
So here we are back in the office, and as promised, I will show you a bit of more of the stuff I found that I couldn't take out of my luggage when we were at the hotel with Jim earlier. And of course, to start, we came back from the Alps, and what's better than having an original mountain troop visor with the Edelweiss in the middle. A nice conditioned visor, Still has a nice saddle shape, and it's an early one made by Arrow, a very early Arrow manufacturer logo. And here is the distributor, which is Hans Duurberger. It's a very nice early light worn visor and a good size as well. Then here's a nice a BDM Girl Scouts uniform, and as you can see, it came from Austria. Wait, it's actually complete. First put all the items on the table. So this is the original skirt, extremely rare to find with this typical German buttons. It's a bit sun faded here, but then you can see this Kletterjacke, climbing jacket, typical German. It has the Edelweiss on it, and as well here Südost Oberdonau, which is actually an Austrian triangle, and then this was still in the pocket. You can still see clearly where it was here on the tunic. So I will just sell it like it is. You can just put it on yourself if you want. So this is a very nice original set from Austria. With the Edelweiss from the Alps, and then it comes with this original, extremely rare undershirt, and this still has even the good buttons as well. If you zoom in on the buttons, you will see BDM Bund der Deutschen Mädel on the buttons as well. So this is the official shirt that they would wear under this Kletterjacke, and actually this shirt is much rarer than the jacket itself actually. It came also with the original belt, a blue leather belt, full length, and of course here we have the RZM marking as well. So first time for me that I find a complete set like this. It's actually extremely rare to find that. So I'll just put it on the ground here. Then here we have a beautiful Luftwaffe pit helmet, excellent condition, mint condition, just some stain here, but further than that, no real issues. Beautiful interior, and as I always say, like just fold the band slightly or gently, sorry, to the other side. Only if the leather is supple enough, of course, and then we will see here. Some maker marks, it's of course shortened. I don't know for what it exactly is. And then we have the size here, 55. Sometimes, if you're lucky enough, there's a date as well in there. But it's just an honest Luftwaffe Afrika Korps pit helmet in extremely good condition. Then here we have also a rare visor. This is a Navy coastal artillery visor. So it has a dark green a middle band with dark green piping, then it has the navy buttons on the side, and of course the gold navy insignias on the front of the cap, and then nicely marked, nicely inside as well. A bit worn here. This is this typical low quality fake leather, like it's almost like cardboard, and of course after a remainder of time it gets damaged like this. It's marked inside by Schellenberg. It's a very famous hat maker in Berlin, and it has its original size tag still inside, 45. So quite a rare coastal artillery visor. You can see as well that the piping of the mountain troop and the coastal artillery is a lot different. This is really dark green color, typical for coastal artillery, while this is like more like grass green color. Here's another beautiful visor cap, Luftwaffe officer one. You see the chin strap is a bit loose, but we can just tighten it up by moving this backwards. So let's gently try and do it while we're here. Put it there. And you see now chin strap is better in place. The visor cap is made by Arrow as well, like the mountain trooper cap. And it always shows a maker mark on the sweatband as well. So a nice one. It just has a small damage here that was repaired under the eagle, but further than that, it's beautiful textbook officer visor cap for a Luftwaffe pilot or officer. He's an original Adolf Hitler table bust. It's I think a zinc made example and then painted silver. So they made these in bronze before the war, but then of course bronze was very scarce material, so during the war they made them in zinc or other materials. And then very interesting as well is here under the head is the maker mark. There we go. So this is of course a nice piece for any display in a collection. I got a nice Hitler Youth knife as well. Beautiful knife, original lacquer on the scabbard, always important. This still wiggles a little bit if you press it. Like I said in the previous videos, it has to wiggle a bit because it's like attached with a split pin on the back. And then the blade has been sharpened a little bit. You see that a lot with Hitler Youth knives, as these scouts, of course, use these knives really for everything. And then the nice thing is, of course, the maker mark on the other side. It's made by Tiger. It's very desirable maker because of the logo. It's a transitional knife because it still shows the maker mark, but it also shows the RZM mark. So that's what we call transitional, because it shows both of the maker marks. After a later period, it will only show the RZM marking. Then here we have some very nice rune badges, silver ones, first pattern, extremely rare. This is a normal first pattern silver rune badge, shows backing with a pin. This is, of course, First World War without the swastika, but a rare variant, a cut-out variant, also made in high quality materials. And this is then a very rare one. This is the first pattern. We call it the halverbeutete or hollow back. So it's actually, if you listen to it, you put it on the microphone like this, you will notice that the inside of this badge is hollow. It's actually a silver example, and it's a very rare and desirable piece that was awarded in nice boxes as well. It's just a beautiful, high quality wound badge, much rarer than, of course, this hollow variant. Here's a nice set of original Panzer color tabs I acquired there. They have the soft silk piping, as you can see, and they were actually attached on like a photo album of some sort. You can still see on the back it has some cardboard left, but the front, of course, looks great. Original aluminum skulls present, and you see this buck ram backing here, typical for original boards. And then you will see as well on the pink piping, it has this small yellow dots. You can see it maybe better here, typical for that original piping, something you might want to notice on the real boards. Also, the silk should be very soft if you go over it with your finger. The fake ones, they just don't have the same quality as that. So it's a nice set. I will probably not sell this, but keep it maybe for a restoration in the future, because many of the wrappers are missing, of course, these tabs. Here we have a standard Kolani jakke, Krigsmarine jakke. Just a beautiful untouched jacket with all original insignias on there. You can even still see the badges that were here, and I assume by the position of the loops, this was probably a U-boat jacket. It has original silk interior, and if we're lucky, I'm not sure, or I forgot, if there are markings inside. Let's have a look. It also has the blue color tabs, original attached. These are very hard to find on their own, actually. This takes a while. Very hard to open these buttons with the anchors on it. It hasn't been worn a lot, that's for sure. So you open it up, and sometimes there are markings in the sleeves with these jackets. Oh, my microphone, just put it here. No markings there. Maybe in the other sleeve. No, this one is not marked. Sometimes you will find markings in the sleeves or on the normal spots, but this one didn't have any markings. Still an original example with or without markings, of course. Beautiful Kolani jacket, just for a sailor, probably a U-boat sailor. So, and it has all the insignias, expert insignias as well on the side. This was probably somebody in charge of artillery gunfire on a boat or a U-boat. And this is a nice set, the Luftwaffe trousers, but it came actually with the original Luftwaffe jacket. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful jacket of a Luftwaffe soldier. And again, we were in the Alps. This is made in Wien or Vienna in Austria, the capital of Austria. Untouched officer jacket, beautiful mint condition. There's a little sticker on the swastika, but it's right there. The Spanish cross is unfortunately not an original one. I just put it on there because there were loops for it, for a Spanish cross, original loops. So I thought, why not already put one on there just for display. And then if you look inside, beautiful interior, and you can see here it is marked and dated 1942. And we already searched this particular soldier here, and it was in fact a soldier who served in the Spanish Civil War. So it's not a German cross, but of course, like here, a Spanish Civil War combatant who afterwards served in the Second World War, complete with original shoulder boards for a Hauptmann, which is captain in English. Just, yeah, beautiful jacket in high quality officer wool. Here's a nice Luftwaffe overseas cap, but just original applied insignia and in excellent condition. Look at the silk interior here, and beautiful maker marked and dated 1942. And then here's a police M43 cap, something you don't see every day, with hand applied, but original hand applied police cap insignia, and then you see here also maker marked, size marked, and you will see of course for police caps the color is a little bit different than army. It's like blue, bluish green color, and also this interior, this brownish silk interior is typical for police clothing and equipment. So that's a nice thing to know. Yeah, beautiful cap, good condition. A bit discolored, you can see here, but it's been worn a little bit. So nice original cap. And a nice interesting fact here, you will see the buttonholes here were actually never stitched, but just a little cut where they put the buttons through. So there's never any stitching between the buttonholes, but it was originally done like that sometimes. And then here's a super nice navy Donald Duck cap, we call it, or sailor cap. Original insignia on the front, and the cap tally, normal cap tally of Kriegsmarine. And we see the inside here, textbook inside. We see size mark 57, and here we have an RBN number, so it must be a cap made in like 1943. And then just if you gently fold over the band, gently, here we go, so we don't damage it. You'll see here another maker mark. So you see the band is also already made in 1941, but the hat has an RBN number, so it's probably made from other parts, but it's always nice to see. This is actually the manufacturer of the leather and not of the cap itself. And you will see here this kind of like fake plastic band underneath is typical for original caps. So don't think like, oh, this is plastic. It's not, but it's not really plastic. It's celluloid plastic, so it's very vulnerable. Be very careful with it, but it's typical for original Donald Duck caps. So my first box is empty. Let's see what we still have here. Oh, this is another nice Hitler Youth set. It came actually from the same as the first one, and it has the same triangle here, the Südostoberdonau, which is of course again Austrian, and we see here again the Edelweiss. This is like for the Boy Scouts, the other was for the Girl Scouts. The shirt is complete with the lanyard, shoulder boards, just beautiful, beautiful shirt. Comes with the original scarf, and it's actually a whole mannequin I dismantled. Here's the original belt and the original short. This is a very rare short in this ribbed cloth, and it still has the original RZM tag as well. So it says as well Hitlerjugend Korthose, so short Hitlerjugend pants, beautiful in this typical Hitlerjugend material, very sought after pair of pants. And then the last item I'd like to show is also a mannequin I totally dismantled. We'll start with the boots. So these are early SA boots, but still with strings. I don't think they have markings, or the markings have been faded, but they're original early SA boots. It's a whole SA mannequin. So here's the original tie with the party pin attached, and you can still see here a part of the original RZM tag was still there. Then of course the original belt buckle, early belt with belt buckle, nickel silver belt buckle, still shows Verdi grip patina here on the side, and you can still see an RZM marking on the back. There, yes, so an early belt buckle. And then we have here the shirt, which is super nice because it was found like this with the original medals still attached, and as you can see as well, typical Austrian combination of medals. This is an Austrian shooting lanyard that was still there, and it still has the original whistle, but look at that original SA marked whistle, the RZM, extremely rare whistle. Then it comes complete with all the badges and the original ribbon medal bar showing the NSDAP service medals, and of course the Austrian annexation medal. Then we have the SA color tabs here. I still have to look what pink exactly means, but I think pink was a unit that was served in the Alps. Original applied on the back, no signs of other insignia being there. And then even the cuffs have this officer rank dress here. Super nice set. Came with the original trousers. Also in this ribbed material like the Hitlerjugend trousers. Sometimes they have RZM tags as well. Let's try to find one. Although maybe this one doesn't have an RZM tag, but still original pair of early SA trousers. And then of course what makes it even better, like I said, it came from one soldier. This is original coat as well. Oh, we need some place here. Oops. So here we have the original coat as well, with the color tabs attached. And if you look inside of the coat, we will see here also the RZM tag, SA mantle. Just a beautiful set from one SA soldier. We will try to sell it as a whole grouping as well, and not splitting it up, because it really came like this. So this was about the stuff I found there. Of course, very happy to have been there. If any Austrians or Germans are watching, I buy stuff and I will drive to your house if you have nice stuff for sale. So just get in touch with us and we can make an appointment. So I hope you enjoyed this video once again. Be sure to give it a like or give a reaction on the YouTube channel as well. And if you didn't already do so, don't forget to subscribe on our channel as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back with a next video, probably for Cine in a couple of weeks' time.